Hey everybody, I hope all is well. I'm making this video to set the record straight. My father, Patzer, has for the past 7 years been living in Poland full-time with his third wife and his fourth son in a 700 square foot apartment. He is not a real estate developer, he is not a real estate agent, and he never was. He came to this country in 1987 to work as a day laborer. He didn't even come to the hospital to pick me up when I was born because he didn't want another son. My mom cried that night. 3 years after I was born, he moved out. He lived nearby, but he was more interested in his career as a general contractor, and he was more interested in partying than he was in seeing his 3 boys. I can count on one hand the number of times I got to see him a year. Our combined household income was so low, I qualified for free lunch all throughout public school. But my mom was too proud for me to eat it, so she packed me a sandwich every day in a brown paper bag that I got to take to school. So when I was 14 and I got my working papers, I started working every day, and I saved every single dollar I could. I bought a few suits with the money from a thrift store, and wearing them made me feel special. I worked my way through college by providing web services with some friends of mine, and a few years later, I graduated from Baruch College and went on to work for the Simon Wiesenthal Center to fight against hate and anti-Semitism, as my grandmother was in the Holocaust. Working hard and being frugal gave me the opportunity to run for office. Personally, I feel success is defined by who you help. It's not by your image or by how much money you make. As for my father, he still does own the single-family home he lived in before he left this country, and he rents it out to a public school teacher and her 2 boys. My mother owns the home I grew up in addition to 4 graveyard plots at Beth Moses Cemetery. And that's it. That's the extent of our real estate interests in the state of New York. It's all a matter of public record, and I invite anybody to fact-check that online. I'm not a pro-developer candidate. I don't believe our public infrastructure can sustain any more of it, and I reject any contributions from the real estate lobby. I want to help people who are in the same situation as my mom, who cuts coupons to buy groceries. I can't remember a time we went shopping and didn't have to check the circulars for bargains first. It is time government lives by the same frugality my mother and I do. I'll spend every single day in office getting a value for our tax dollars and spending it on things that work, not just to check a box. Because I believe that strong communities are built by people like her.